Dear Father, Mother God, we thank you for allowing us to be channels of light, love, and healing. We ask that all energies that flow through Maria and myself today be grounded in Mother Earth, for she, in fact, is the living healer. I call on my guides and my angels to speak through us now. Thank you, Mother, Father, God, all that is. Hi, Maria.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Yeah. I'm so glad to be back. And I told Robert I can't be going on vacation, But we of course our vacations are different. We go to the Dr. Joe event, and it's meditating, and it's a lot of work. You're meditating from sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. I mean, it's nuts. My daughter says, she sent me a message and she said, Mom, I don't know why you're following this new age guru when this is all stuff you know, okay? And you're paying thousands of dollars because this is all stuff you know, okay? Well, knowing it and not doing it is not knowing it, okay? An old friend of mine told me that years ago. Well, it's about self-discipline. And I get, how long does it take to get a habit going, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes I get out of the habit, Life takes over, this thing happens, There were people, I watched people in wheelchairs get up and run down the beach. Instant healing. Another lady had this terrible skin condition since she was 2 years old. Okay, parents took her to every doctor, and she was embarrassed because she thought she looked ugly because of this, right? It took her 18 months of doing these meditations every day. Her skin was clear as anything. Wow. She's gorgeous, okay? And people who had cancer, and one of the things we do, see, Dr. Joe's a scientist, so they're trying to measure. He does measure. He measures people and does studies, and they have data, okay? This is not just woo-woo stuff. They have data, okay? How the brain gets, he calls it an upgrade, okay? So I said to my daughter, I sent her back an email, and I said, one of the reasons is because I like being around people who think like I do, okay? I need to be more disciplined, okay? I need to get more disciplined and do this, and I need to know the reasons why, okay? See, I know stuff, okay? Being psychic, being spiritual, you know stuff, right? Mm-hmm. We're connected to that higher vibration. We are. We've been doing
for
a long time. But sometimes we forget. I forget, okay? And I forget why I'm doing something, right? Plus, Robert's got a very analytical mind. He needs proof of why it works, okay? He does. He doesn't want to just hear somebody say, how did that happen? He needs to know the facts, And I was supposed to be part of a study there, but I opted out. But I watch people get healed, and then we're doing healings collectively. Got 1,800 people in a room.
Wow.
Okay. Meditating and sending this love energy to someone who's ill. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so we're part of doing that. So it's not just about something I need to learn. I've read all the books. I've done all the things. We've done all this, but it's about reconnecting with people of like mind. Okay, every once in a while, we have great psychic readers. They're amazing. Every once in a while, we get someone who, doesn't. They think they're spiritual. Like this girl that drove us home last night. Oh, what a whack job. Anyway. She was just going on and on. 2 hours from the airport. She didn't shut up for 5 minutes.
Her throat chakra was open too much.
Yeah. And then she said, maybe I'll come to work at your center. And I thought, oh, no. Because sometimes people there's things you have to do matter to matter. You have to get picked up at the airport. You have to get driven home.
Sure.
You have to do things matter to matter. But when things happen that don't make logical sense, that miracles happen, life's a lot more fun, right? It's a lot easier and it's a lot more fun. So there, Jamie, maybe you'll see my video and understand why I do this.
Plus, you see, habit. The worst of in our life is to change the habit that's been enrooted in it, and it's the hardest thing.
It is.
To be successful in a different plateau of life, you have to change the habit, and it's repetition, repetition, repetition on a daily basis.
Daily basis, and I'm bad at that.
Before that habit become something else that
Right.
you want to correct.
Right.
And that's the hardest thing for humanity.
Right.
So you gotta do this on a daily basis.
Yeah, you have to. And you can't force things to happen.
No.
I sometimes have, a reader or two who might come to work here, and they're trying to force it. They're constantly changing their flyers. They're constantly doing this. They're worried about what everybody else is doing. That's matter to matter. And I say, go to your room, go to your office, okay, and meditate. Okay? Connect with that higher self. The people that want to be with you, they will find you. Just like you.
You will attract what you send out, but when you're sitting there constantly, worry about this, worry about that, then you're really not telling the universe what is your desire, and you're not trusting the universe going to provide for you.
And you have to be aware that the body sometimes will resist. I know when I first got there, the room was too cold. How am I going to meditate? How am I going to concentrate? I'm just worried about not freezing to death. And then, and I came up with all these excuses. I didn't like this food. I don't want to, blah, blah, blah. And then I said to Robert, I got to stop this. This is me. Okay? This is me. I'm resisting.
Correct.
And so, but the good thing is that I know it, that I can see it.
Yeah, and so once you recognize, the universe gives you a chance to change.
Exactly.
To a totally from matter to higher conscious. Why you here, what you're doing.
Right, right.
It doesn't matter, cold, no cold, it's become warm once you put a blanket over it. There's always solution.
There's always solutions. And then I was bundled up. But
I'm supposed to be there with you.
You were supposed to be, but you intuitively knew you weren't
gosh.
supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have enjoyed the weather because the weather was not typical.
I'm a sun goddess.
We had a. Robert says there's all these people on the beach, and there's a time difference, so we're up 2 hours ahead of our time here. Like this morning, we're up at 4:00, and because we're used to now doing that. So Robert says there's all these police on the beach, and then we're getting notices on our phone, tornado warning, go to the basement, and I go, I didn't think they had tornadoes here. Well, they usually don't. This was unusual, and they did have a tornado. There was
nothing happened.
Nothing happened, but they did have this storm, and people were talking about it for days, So,
my gosh.
yeah. So change is going to happen, whether we like it or not, whether we expect it or not, and sometimes we're going to resist it. But if we can get a daily practice to keep us in,
You have to do daily.
you have to.
To change the habit, and eventually that habit don't even there anymore, and you didn't even know how you dismissed it because you were working on a daily basis.
Exactly. So now I'm back to working on it again. I'm really hopeful. I gained a little bit of weight, so I'm going to see myself thinner. But visualizing works. Don't get me wrong. Visualization works. Okay, but if you're connected to the higher vibration, it works quicker. Okay, so therein lies the thing. It's not good enough just to visualize. Okay, that's terrific, but you have to raise your vibration, and then it works better. And then when you start noticing the little miracles, coincidences, whatever, then that gives you hope. That
and
gives
gives
you
you the more confidence.
more
and say,
confidence.
Wow, really. And when you say, visualization, but you also have to believe.
Yeah.
You can visualize, you can say the words, but if you don't believe in that energy that you send in and the universe is there for you, it won't happen. A lot of the times people just speaking, saying those things, but they truly within their own heart don't really even believe it.
Right.
And then they wonder why it's happening for this guy, but not happening for that guy, because they believe on the unknown. I might only see this at this time, but the universe already know what is behind. I can't see it, but I will believe it and trust it.
Yeah, that's the trick, because some of the people that were there at this event, and interviewing them, talking to them, the one lady said, "Yeah, I believed that this was possible. I just didn't believe it was for me. Okay,
I see.
I didn't believe it was possible for me." So this one young lady, we were doing this meditation on the beach, and it was cold and windy, and it was raining. Okay.
On top of it.
On top of it, and
Cleaning the soul.
yeah, and she was like, she says, "I didn't come here for a healing. I have this, had this injury years ago, and I have this really bad tinnitus, and it's really, terrible, distracting. So they got me some kind of hearing aids so that I can, that's the only way she could live. And she's happy with her hearing aids. They're Bluetooth connected. They're terrific hearing aids. They make her feel a lot better. She's happy. So she wasn't even thinking about healing her problem, But she wanted to get in touch with the mystical. Okay, she wanted to get in touch with the mystical that might happen. Okay,
Gotcha.
yeah, and so she says, there I was laying on the beach on the sand, water splashing in my face because it's raining, and I see this woman next to me, and she's all wrapped up in black, and she's not meditating. And I said, and she says, so I'm judging her. You're here and you're there, and now you're not paying attention. And then she takes out a book, and I go, you're gonna read a book, while all this is going on, blah 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 blah. It wasn't a real person. She said, then I realized my eyes were closed. That wasn't a real person next to me. It was an apparition.
Oh my goodness.
So there's the mystical I was looking for, right? And then she said, and then I had to take out my hearing aids to do something, and I forgot to put them back in. I don't have it anymore. The problem's healed. She's jumping up and down.
That's right.
Yeah, I forgot to put in my hearing aids. I can hear clear as a bell. The tinnitus is gone. But she said that wasn't what she was expecting was going to happen.
And it happened.
And it happened. Anyway, enough of this. I could go on and on and on.
It's
but
miracles.
guess who's in town? Speaking
Mr.
of
Jan, he
our-
just show up.
Our Jan, he's
the
here.
Great artist that makes these beautiful pieces for us.
Right, and he's going to bring us more stuff probably today or tomorrow, and more jewelry. But I thought, let's make room for him, So I thought we have some beautiful pieces here, and so we're gonna put some on sale.
20%, Anita.
20%. Yeah, we're not
20%,
doing 50% on this
Because
but-
we had the 50%, but this is 20%,
Right.
and they all different. You have opals, you have topaz, you have citrine. Opals is all about purity. Most of them have 18 carats gold over silver.
This opal ring is
Oh,
unbelievable.
unbelievable. This is citrine, prosperity, abundance with rubies. Ruby stone of your wealth and love for yourself. Aquamarine, look at this gorgeous aquamarine with blue topaz.
This is one of his.
Yes. And also 18 carats gold over silver, and then you have a little bit sapphire. Blue topaz is your throat chakra. That lady needed throat chakra to be locked up. The time you were drawing. Aquamarine is stone of courage and also helps you open your third eye. Amethyst, as we all know, is very protective stone, protects you from psychic attacks, opens your intuition. Then you have more of amethyst, beautiful topaz.
What is this one?
This is ruby, Anita. Beautiful,
beautiful.
just like I have the earrings of rubies here. Ruby stone of wealth. You have the stone polish, and then you have facet rubies.
Yeah.
Then you have again here, let's see what we got. We got so many different. You have here labradorite with tanzanite. Labradorite is stone of transformation. That's what you see when labradorite changes the colors. And then also you have a blue topaz here and a sapphire. We have wonderful selections
What's this
of
one?
so many blue topaz and sapphires. Sapphires, baby sapphires. So if you're looking for any kind of stone, you would have to call us, tell us what stone you're looking. If you know sizes of your rings, if you prefer ring, you have to let us know. Then we can send you a picture, because we have more than this. We're just showing you some selections. And then you can choose what you want, and we tell you what the prices are.
20% off.
20% off the one of a kind. Look at this beautiful labradorite pendant, Anita.
Yeah.
With all this feather going down in gold. Druzy, baby crystals. It's stone of dreams, so you could see your dreams. Another beautiful citrine. Citrine with rubies.
This pendant is $650.
Mm-hmm.
20% off would be a
So it would be
sizable chunk.
$130 off.
Wow.
So you're looking 130, 520. It's beautiful, beautiful. But we have a lot of this. We just don't gonna take. Robert maybe can take a picture of the case. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you call, you says, okay, I want the earrings. Do you have earrings in different color? Of course, you have to remember it's one of a kind, so it's not like it's gonna be 100 of them. So I might have something similar to that, but never exactly the same way, because he makes signature pieces.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Right.
And we have rings in aquamarine, rose quartz from Yan, emeralds, citrines, labradorites, name it, and just about every stone that he made, Anita.
Okay. So when he does get here, we might have him do us a video for next week.
There you go.
About all the new items
stuff
he's
that he
bringing.
has.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, I hope you have a great week. I hope wherever you are, there's no tornadoes, and you have some nice weather. We have some nice weather here.
Oh yeah, we have beautiful weather.
Yeah, beautiful. So anyway,
And welcome back.
thank you. It's good to be home.